Welcome to the Toy Rewind Podcast with your hosts, the Brothers Newland. Now, let's talk toys.
And hello, I am Pineapple Michael.
Pineapple Michael. I'm John.
And I'm Andrew. I don't like pineapples, so
I threw you guys off on that one, didn't I?
Glad that you like pineapples, Michael. Sorry, Dork, not a pineapple fan here, especially on pizza. All right, so welcome to the Toy Rewind Podcast. Now that we're in with our intros and everything, so welcome. We're talking about a fun. I guess I should have been strawberry. That's the obvious choice, right?
Yep.
Talking about Dorksman, I want to say thanks for the shout out they gave to me last week. So, since we just went and saw Black Widow, that's what they're talking about. So I had to hold off listening to their episode 104 because it would have been spoiler for me. So I just now listen to it. So
I'm
they
2
gave me a
weeks
shout
behind.
out.
I'm 2 weeks behind because I have not seen Black Widow and I have not seen Loki yet. So I'm holding off on watching those.
You gotta see
Loki.
You gotta see Loki.
I just haven't taken the time to watch it. I really need to do that.
And Black Widow was wow. It was pretty good.
Okay.
And then the credit scene. Yeah, make sure you watch the credit scene.
Yeah. John, have you seen Black Widow?
No.
All right. Well, maybe we should go see Black Widow, John. We just leave Michael at home. We'll go see it. Have fun. So, all right. Well, this week,
I've already seen it. So.
All right, Toy Rewind. We are on episode 49. We are talking about none other than Strawberry Shortcake, which is good that we're doing it tonight because Bryony made a strawberry dessert. No, it's not a strawberry shortcake. It's but a strawberry dessert, and I'm looking forward to having it after we finish recording. It's going to be good. So we're talking about Strawberry Shortcake, stuff out of the 80s, lots of fun. So before we can do that, though, how can people find us, John?
All right. So check out our website at toyrewindpodcast.com. Email us at toyrewindpodcast@gmail.com. You can look us up on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. It's all Toy Rewind Pod. Facebook, YouTube is Toy Rewind Podcast. We stream our Toy Box showcases to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Then check out our podcast bingo and play along at podcastbingo.com/Toy Rewind. And then, of course, we just did a collector showcase on the Geek Together channel not long ago. So make sure you're looking for those too.
Yeah, that was a good collector showcase. Talked to Randy and Charlie from the DATS group. And the DATS... the show, it's hard to say DATS show because the S is for show. So it would be like the Dusty Attic Toy Show. Is that what I said? So we talked to them about their collections, how they got started, what they're doing, and how they're trying to grow it. The next showcase, we don't have a date. We are working on getting a date together, but we don't have a date yet. But it is gonna be with Robbie Juice, and we are going to talk about in the box collecting, and it's gonna be fun because John's got some stuff that's still closed there that's in the box. Most of my stuff's out of the box now. Michael is like half and half, or maybe. Are you half and half?
Probably. Here lately, I've opened up a lot of other stuff. So, but usually because I get two of them, so one goes in my sets, and the other one just gets set out to display. Yeah. So,
one to stock, one to rock.
Over here on this side of the room, I got my sets lined up and stuff, and then over here, as you can see, I got some loose stuff. Displays. I got more loose stuff down here you can't see. Yeah, so I've become more, but it's because it's two of something. So I'm opening the second one just to display. Most of it's all Chevrolet trucks or some kind of stock cars, race car stuff is what it is. So
so we'll be talking to Robbie about that. The other thing that I want to do in that is I want to get the entire story, because I think I missed something at some point on the Geek Together Live or something about the soda cans and sniffing the sodas when they open them. I do it. I don't know why. I just don't know why I do it.
I bet
I'm trying to figure out why y'all do that.
I'm probably about 75-25 carded, loose stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, but yeah, so that's coming up. So look for that. It'll probably be in August at some point. Everything's right now being dedicated to episode 50, which drops next week. So, I mean, after you hear this, next week it'll be episode 50, the first week of August, and
we're gonna drop it like it's hot.
I mean, we'll drop it like it's hot, like a hot wheel. Which we've already kind of released that. We're talking about Hot Wheels on the 50th episode. What better of a toy line to talk about than more diecast cars, and about 150 of them, or 150 million behind Michael there. I got like 7 behind me here. John, you have any diecasts? You have any Hot Wheels?
I got a couple.
You got a couple. Okay, we all have some Hot Wheels. That's good. We just got to make sure we all have.
I said I had a couple of diecasts. I don't know if they're Hot Wheels.
Oh, well. So we'll be talking about that. Also, it'll be a live episode. So we're doing it live August 4th, Wednesday, August 4th, on our Twitch channel. So make sure you're following that. I know the Dorksmen they're going to help us out. The Geek Together, we're going to try to get the word out there. Have a lot of people out there. We're doing 3 giveaways, so you don't want to miss those. That'll be fun. And we're going to do those live. So if you're not there to listen to us talk about Hot Wheels, you're not going to have a chance to win some pretty cool swag and some things from us. So we'll be sharing that over the next week as to what all will be in those giveaways. But that'll be Wednesday, August 4th at 8 p.m. Central Time. That's 6 p.m. Pacific Time. I still don't know why everybody runs on Pacific Time, but we have it. So that'll work. All right. So that's
makes it seem earlier when you do Pacific.
I mean, it may, and I guess it's late. It'll be 9 o'clock for Eastern Time. But, for all those that are on the other side of the world, they catch it late, I guess. I don't know. That's why we live here.
Like the Olympics going on now, I was thinking opening ceremony that it was going to be live when I heard it was going to be like Friday night, and then all of a sudden I realized they're in Japan, so they had already had all that like 16 hours before. So
right. It was live at 6:55 in the morning, or 6 o'clock in the morning Friday. I was up trying to watch it. I had to go to work.
I have watched nothing with it. I honestly, until the other day, somebody was like, "Hey, you ready to watch the Olympics?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, the Olympics! I forgot we're doing."
I've been on vacation all week, so I've slept in just about every day except for maybe once. We got up and we had a trip we took. So
I was watching them. They were doing all the athletes were coming in Saturday. Was it Friday morning? I guess I went and had to go get Dad and take him over to Mom because he dropped his bike off at the shop.
Michael, speaking of your trip, I know you got some stuff. You got me some turtles. Thanks for the turtles that you got me. By the way, I'm running out of room on my turtle shelf over here, so I'm gonna have to expand that because I have more turtles.
Yeah, I need to show that. I just the only thing I picked up was a Matchbox truck, Leslie Matchbox from 69, 70, something like that. I gotta go back and do a little bit of research on it. I'm not all the way up on the classic Matchbox cars, but yeah, it's a pretty cool little piece. It's a little box truck. Had scaffolding or something inside. Was supposed to came with it. It doesn't have the scaffolding now, but it's a pretty cool little truck.
Well, all of that. So talking about the turtles, but I'm going to do a showcase this week with the turtles, with the turtle figures that I have. But I'm going to do it on Instagram. So I'm not going to do it on Twitch or anything like that. I'm going to do it on Instagram, drop it there, and see. I don't know how many people will watch it, So maybe we'll get some more people. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. But just a quick just walk through, because since we did this, it's been almost a year since we talked about turtles, because that was episode 4. So it's been almost a year, and I've got a pretty good collection going now, thanks to Joey for getting that started. John hooked me up with some. I know you've got me, so it's it's growing, and I want to show them off. So we're going to do that this week. Yeah, you got a few of them there, and I've got a couple more on order. I have almost the entire 88 set now. I'm just missing like 3 or 4, and I don't remember exactly which. I know Splinter and Shredder and Rocksteady. Yeah. And the Foot Soldier. Those are the 4 that I'm missing, because I got April this week. So
yeah, we got.
See, I knew you had those, too, John. I knew you had those. Now, see, the problem is I want a Shredder, but I want his cape.
Yeah, I wish I had his cake.
So that's my problem.
He is just very oddly.
Yeah,
you can't move his legs or anything, so he stands weird when you stand.
So those are the ones I'm kind of looking for now. But I'm also just like, if I see good deals, I'm picking them up because there's so many that they did. I'm just trying to collect as many as I can. So,
yeah, we did get a. I need to mention this. We did make a pretty good. Brainy got a pretty good size purchase on a Commonwealth stuffed teddy bear. It was a Bosco promotional piece from like the 40s,
Oh, wow.
maybe early, but I think it's. But he's an old teddy bear, so yeah. And I'll get pictures of him and we'll post it too. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're doing all these showcases to show off. We need to do more of ours to show off even what we've already got, not necessarily new stuff that we're getting. So that's why I wanted to do the turtles. I want to start talking about that, look through some more stuff. So we'll do that. I know there's a bunch of Monopoly stuff coming out too, John. So yeah, so we've got SDCC. I shop for Funko tomorrow morning and get my box of fun shopping. I got on the list and I'm excited. So I'm going to be hopefully a proto-punk. I'm going to get that, and then we'll see how it goes.
We did pretty good. Was it Thursday morning? Mattel Creations had had some stuff up for sale, and we got the Batmobile. I know me and Andrew both got 2 Batmobiles.
I know we were both trying to get at least one for each other for both of us, and we both ended up with 2.
One of us didn't get it. Yeah, and then I went back and tried to get the Darth Vader car. But I was actually at a truck stop and we were in the thing and Andrew shoots me, says, "Oh, they're still available." And I went back and by the time I got through which picture had the red lights on, then it was already sold out. So
I know Damien was trying to get the Scare Glow and I feel bad because I had the opportunity to get it, but he said he was trying to get it and like he thought he had it maybe. And then I backed out of it and then he ended up losing it because it sold out while he was still in line. So feel bad, but at the same time, I thought he had it. So
yeah.
But all right. So that's a little bit of talk about SCCC. So it'd be nice once we start to get that stuff in. We can show it off also. Obviously that's new stuff, classic stuff. But we're here. We're going to talk about some classic toys here. So we have our fun for all question before we get into our Strawberry Shortcake. And I just realized maybe we've talked about this. Maybe this question should have been, what is your favorite dessert? Since Strawberry Shortcake's a dessert, I don't know. So maybe we should just throw that in. Should we throw that in? Just talk about it and then.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, John's nodding yes, he's coughing. So, Michael, what's your favorite dessert?
I like Strawberry Shortcake. But my favorite, I'm gonna have to go with pecan pie.
I thought you were gonna go there.
I think that's my favorite dessert. I love strawberries, but I'd have to go with pecan pie being mostly the best one is Mom's. The others are okay. Just homemade. Anybody's homemade pecan pie is good. Mom's is just, to me, is the best. I guess because I grew up with it. But store bought stuff is just okay. It's not the best, but it's better than a lot of other desserts out there, I think. So.
All right. Well, shout out to Mom, obviously.
Right.
So John,
I think she uses extra K-Row. I think it's what it is. Makes it a little sweet.
A little bit sweeter in there.
But it's good. It's good stuff. Yeah, I like it.
Mine would be Mom's German chocolate cake or Dad's. I mean, either one of them. They both make them and they're both really good. I'll eat either one. I love them both. And I can't. Dad's got done it so many times now. You really can't tell the difference.
Yeah. So I actually have 2. It kind of depends on what time of the year it is, and that's banana pudding for the summertime for me, and during the winter years, it's red velvet cake when I can get it, or apple pie. Like those 2 are. So I guess I got. 3.
I'm not a big banana pudding person. So.
So the thing is with mine, if it's banana pudding or it's apple pie, it's Bryony's all the way. She just goes above and beyond. Like So Mom.
I used to just eat the vanilla wafers on the top.
Yeah. So Dad does some really good banana pudding, and before anybody wants to know, it has to be the cold banana pudding, not the baked nastiness I don't know what that is. It's just gross. Also, I don't like meringue, so that may be part of that. But that
I don't like
apple
meringue
pie,
either.
When it comes to red velvet cake, Mom does a really good job of making red velvet cake. Bryony does a really good job of making red velvet cake. But nobody's red velvet cake compares to Granny Thumbs.
Yeah.
So I know they try to use a recipe, they try to do it that way, but it's not the same as it was Thanksgiving as we were growing up. So all right, so there's just to throw that in, just fun for all question, just since we're talking about desserts and strawberry shortcake. But here's a real one. What's your favorite show growing up as a kid? What show did you guys like to watch?
Scooby-Doo.
Gargles.
What'd you say, John?
Gargoyles.
Okay. I actually have a few. I don't know which one to pick. I would probably have to say my favorite is Batman, the animated series of all time. Like that's just like I still watch it. It's great.
I could have thrown in Tailspin, Gummy Bears, all those.
Well, that's what I was about to go. I was like
all the Disney cartoons.
You got DuckTales, Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, all of those.
Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers.
So all of those. But then there's two that are a little. So the Aladdin cartoon, I don't know why. I remember watching that one all the time. And then a show that I've seen pop up on a lot of memes lately, and it's the Zoobly Zoo. I don't know why. It was the weirdest.
We watched a lot of that growing up. Yeah,
like that was before the Disney afternoon thing happened.
Skinnamarink Dinky Dink.
Right.
Skinnamarink Doo.
So I don't know if anybody remembers that. That was just a fun one. So all right, I guess we're 18-ish minutes or so. I guess I don't know. I didn't look at the clock when I started. So you ready to talk about some strawberry shortcake, Mike?
Yeah, we can get into this. Yeah, I said I got some little bit of notes here, a little bit of history. So we'll get started. All right. So Strawberry Shortcake was originally created by Barbie Sargent while she was a freelance artist for American Greetings, which is a greeting card company. She first appeared on Laurel Valentine's Day cards in 1973. Strawberry Shortcake was simply called at that time "Girl with a Daisy," and was a picture of a cute little girl who wore an orange bonnet with strawberries printed on it, holding a daisy. So that's pretty much where she originally came from. So American Greetings staff art director Rex Connors realized how popular this card was and asked Barbie to create 4 more cards for the test market. And it grew from there. The little girl with strawberries on her bonnet kind of got pretty popular. So some of their best cards at that time. So this was with these 4 new cards that she created was the first appearance with a new outfit, and then her cat, which was eventually called Custard. So the next Strawberry Shortcake concept drawings were created by Muriel Farian in the late 70s. We spoke about her on the Care Bears. She came up with the Care Bears concept as well. She worked on that. So she went on to design 32 different characters for those characters from Cleveland Group, which was an American Greetings toy and licensing division. And we talked about them a little bit with the Care Bear episode as well. So they kind of tie in together. But Strawberry Shortcake came first. 1979, Kenner licensed the character and released the first line of Strawberry Shortcake dolls. The Strawberry Shortcake line of characters each had their own fruit or dessert themed name, with clothing to match, as well as a pet with a fruit or dessert themed name. Like Strawberry Shortcake, all the other dolls had hair scented to match their theme. So you get a Strawberry Shortcake, she smelled like strawberries. You get Huckleberry Pie, he smelled like huckleberry, or Raspberry Tart, she smelled like raspberry. Orange Blossoms, like that, smell like the fruit that they represented.
What does Huckleberry smell like? Anybody know?
Some kind of berry.
It is a Huckleberry is a berry.
It is a berry, yeah.
It doesn't smell like a fin.
No, it doesn't smell like Finn.
Or a hound?
No, not Huckleberry Finn or Huckleberry Hound.
Just want to
So, so the original lineup consisted of Strawberry Shortcake, Blueberry Muffin, Huckleberry Pie, Lemon Meringue, Orange Blossom, and Raspberry Tart. So these dolls were all 5 inches tall, and they had flat hands. There were also 2 miniature dolls in the first run. I saw Apricot as part of his first run, but then I was reading other things, and she wasn't included. It was just Apple Dumpling. But I found it for both of them being the first run, or just Apple Dumpling in the first run. If anybody knows the exact thing, let us know. But no, stuff I was finding was contradicting each other on that. But these two, they actually measured 3 inches. And these two also came with their own pets. Hopsalot Rabbit came with Apricot, and then Apple Dumpling had Tea Time Turtle. And then there was also a villain, this Purple Pie Man. He was from Porcupine Peak, and Pie Man's pet was Cackles the Crow. So in 1980, they released a second series, and the dolls actually had curved hands, and now all of them came with a pet. So, yeah, it's like the first ones were just like straight, and then the second release, they all had like they can hold something in their hand.
So first edition, they're like karate chop action. Second edition, they're like Legos.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know if I've got a picture of the straight hands. Thought I had one up, but I don't see it. But anyway, so the second series, like I said, came in 1980. They just re-released the first set with curved hands and added a pet with them. There was also international flavor added to the line with Cafe Olay, and she was from Mexico, and then Crepe Suzette from Paris. So it's kind of how they came up with these names, just to suit with the themes there. So Paris, and then another villain was added named Sour Grapes. And then there was 2 new additions with Angel Cake and Butter Cookie as well. So from 79 through 1983, there was a total of 19 different figures. So a quick rundown of those figures, and I'll tell you their pets as well. So you had Strawberry Shortcake, had Custard the Cat, Blueberry Muffin and Cheesecake Mouse, Angel Cake and Souffle Skunk, Raspberry Tart and Rhubarb Monkey, Orange Blossom and Marmalade Butterfly, Lemon Meringue, Frappe Frog, Lime Chiffon, and she came with Parfait Parrot. Huckleberry Pie came with Pupcake Dog. Apple Dumpling came with Tea Time Turtle. Apricot had Hopsalot Rabbit. Butter Cookie had Jelly Bear. Cherry Cuddler has Gooseberry Goose. And Almond Tea had Marza Panda. Crepe Suzette had Eclair Poodle. Mint Tulip had Marshland Mallard. Cafe Olay had Burrito Donkey. And there was twins. There was a set of twins called Lem and Aid. So just put them together as Lemonade. And they came together, and they came with Sugar Woofer, which was a little dog. And then you had Purple Pie Man with Cackle Crow, and then Sour Grapes. She came with Drag Snake. So all of them were from Strawberry Land except for, let's see, Almond Tea. She came from China Cup. Crepe Suzette came from Paris. Mint Tulip came from Hollandaise. Cafe Olay came from Mexico. And then the twins came from Piccadilly Square. And then, of course, Pie Man, like I said, Purple Pie Man, he came from Porcupine Peak. And I never saw where Sour Grapes actually came from. But all the rest of them are from Strawberry Land. They were all friends, everything throughout the show, the cartoon series that they put in with them. Let's see. let's see, not officially. Let's see, we got some other series here that comes with them after. So not officially part of the second series, but released during the same time were Fig Boot, who was the pet for Baby Needs a Name doll, which was sold separately. And then there was a Dancing Strawberry Shortcake that came out in 1983. That Baby Needs a Doll and then Fig Boot, they both came out in 1984. But Fig Boot was more of a character. He was a little larger than the pets in that main line. And the Baby Needs a Doll was more of a doll that fit in some of the later series. So, all right. So after all that, 1984, Kenner released the Party Pleasers dolls. These were dressed in party outfits, and the pets had party hats, and they all carried presents.
Okay. Just to let you know, Sour Grapes is Purple Pie Man's sister.
Okay, they look similar when you look at the two toys side by side. They look almost the same. Just one's a guy, one's a girl, one's a lady. So they look very similar to each other. So, okay, so it's Pie Man's sister.
That's what this says. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so getting back to the Party Pleasers dolls, this line included Strawberry Shortcake, Strawberry Shortcake, Orange Blossom. I can't even say that. Orange Blossom, Apple Dumpling, Cherry Cuddler, Angel Cake, Almond Tea, Mint Tulip, Cafe au Lait, and then they added two new characters into this group that weren't part of the original line. You had Peach Blush, and she actually came from Georgia, so I don't know a normal name that didn't fit in. And then there was Plum Pudding, which was actually in the cartoon series. Plum Pudding was a boy, and then when they made the doll, it was a girl as a doll. So I don't know. They lost touch somewhere in between the cartoon series and the toy line there. But I guess Kenner didn't get the memo on that.
Right.
So, 1984 also saw the Sweet Sleeper line. These were dressed in sleepwear and came with sleeping bags and a sleepy pet. The boxes of this line could be converted into like a play bedroom set, so it could make a little bed out of the box. This line included Strawberry Shortcake, Orange Blossom, Blueberry Muffin, Lemon Meringue, and Raspberry Tart on those. So in 1985, pretty much saw the end of the line. It kind of was phasing out at this time. Kenner released the Berrykin dolls. These were dressed in fancy party outfits. They didn't have any pets, but they had a little critter called a berrykin. The berrykins carried a perfume pouch that I guess carried the smell. The perfume was the smell of whatever the character was. So there was Strawberry Shortcake, Orange Blossom, Mint Tulip, Peach Blush, Plum Pudding, and then there was a 12-inch Berry Princess as well that came in this line. And then they also added one last new character called Banana Twirl. Banana Twirl is considered the rarest doll of the whole line out of everything that they've released from 1979 through 85. I guess because she was in right at the very end of it, and she wasn't distribution wasn't out there as much for this line. So there was several play sets as well. Let me find my list of play sets here. Okay, so there was.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Dan. Go ahead.
Just because we were talking about sour grapes, I found a little more information, John.
Okay.
First introduced in the 1980 series, Sour Grapes initially appeared as Purple Pie Man's older partner in crime. During the 2006 update, she was introduced as Purple Pie Man's sister, but in 2009, she was a whole new person. Sour Grapes as a young girl, and is a nicer girl who just happened to move to Berry Bitty City with her sister, Sweet Grapes. So
it depends on when you pull it up.
Yeah. Well, this is on the wiki, but like that's
where I got it.
This whole huge like arc in her, like, depends on what year you're looking at. Depends on everything. It's very interesting.
Yeah, they had several reboots on this throughout the 90s and 2000s as well. With the main series lasted from 1979 to 1985.
I don't know if this is me, John. I'm looking at the wiki, and I went to 1980s main characters. Here's a list of main characters that it gave me: apple dumpling, raspberry tart, angel cake, huckleberry pie, lemon meringue, blueberry muffin, orange blossom, and plum pudding. There's no strawberry shortcake on that list.
I tried clicking on there, when I was doing the research, I clicked on that on the Wikipedia, and it wouldn't even come up with a list. It just took me back to the top of the page. I'm off. So you just got to dig deeper into some of this stuff to find more than what the wiki has, because some of that times it contradicts some of the other collector pages that you come across when you're researching these lines. So.
Right. Which is why we let you take care of all of it. So all right. On to the more toys with
the play sets for this line. You had the Berry Bake Shop. You had a snail cart with Escargot the snail. You had a carousel. There was a berry-shaped carry case, which, by the way, carried only 4 figures and 1 pet. So if you're going to carry your strawberry shortcakes around, you're going to have to get more than 1, unless you only had 4 figures. So, and then you had Flitterbit, the butterfly, that you had 2 figures can ride on. There was a garden house gazebo. There was a Big Berry trolley, which is a little trolley that you can ride in, that the figures rode in. There was the Berry Merry Worm, which was named Filbert Wormley III, was his name. There was, there was a Berry Baby Buggy and a Berry Baby Bassinet. I guess that's for the little ones. And then there was Berry Cycle, which was a tricycle that I think mostly advertised with Strawberry Shortcake riding. And then there was, this is my favorite out of the group, Maple Stirrup and the Oatsmobile. I just like the name of that. So the horse, it was a horse and buggy. The horse name was Maple Stirrup, and then the buggy was called Oatsmobile. So it kind of, I like the words on that. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So, and then also the biggest thing they had was the Berry Happy Home. Now the Berry Happy Home was sold just as a shell of a play set. There was nothing else with it. It was just the home itself. So Kenner actually sold all the furniture separately, room by room. And then on top of that, there was 3 different sets of each room. So you had your deluxe set, your basic set, and your add-on. So the deluxe set included every piece for that room. And then you had your basic set, which just included the essentials. And then the add-on, which included the rest of the stuff that didn't come in the basic set. To make up, so you buy the basic and add-on, it comes up the same as what your deluxe set is. But the best way to go was just buy your deluxe, and you got everything with it. So there was several different rooms. You had your Berry Cherry living room, your Berry Snuggly bedroom, Berry Cozy kitchen, Berry Dainty dining room, Berry Fancy fun room, Berry Merry attic, and a Berry Bubbly bath. And then last thing that they put out for this line were some double pack clothing sets. Each themed differently with 2 different sizes. You would either get clothing for the 5-inch or the 4-inch stalls or 3-inch stalls. So they were, they had a pretty good lineup in all this for the 6 years that it was out, from the main figures to the dolls that were different. You had the sleeping dolls, you had your party dolls and stuff like that. And the biggest thing I think that that would drive me crazy is just having to get that very happy home, and then having to get the different rooms. And then just trying to figure out whether do I want the deluxe set or do I want to save some money and get that, and later get the add-ons, get the basic, and then later get the add-ons, or just get the deluxe with everything. I guess it depends on how much you wanted to spend at that time, or how much allowance money, or I don't know if the little girls had. I guess at that age wouldn't be mowing lawns, but probably birthday money, or something like that. So, also one other thing, real quick, when you're talking about the Berrykin dolls, now that was the last set that they had, the last line that came out in 1985. These are all highly sought after by collectors, and like I said, the Banana Twirl, she was only released in this line, and she's considered the rarest doll of the whole line because it was right there at the end of it. So, but yeah. So, but they ended up with, there's quite a bit of stuff, with this. They also came out with, you had kid clothing, you had like bedroom sets that had all the Strawberry Shortcake theme stuff. You had posters. There was an Atari game for the Atari 2600 was on there for Strawberry Shortcake. There was, you had all your like notebooks and pencils and markers and stuff like that that were Strawberry Shortcake themed. No, everything was scented, which was a big thing at the time. A lot of people, you bought scratch and sniff stickers and stuff like that. You got
stickers, you got markers, you got everything.
Yeah, so it was a big thing in the 80s with the scented stuff as well. You had erasers that were scented, stuff like that. So
erasers that were scented supposed to smell like one thing, and all smelled the same.
They pretty much did. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was, the early 80s was just a smorgasbord of all different kind of things. So, yeah, it was just neat. So
it's the Very Happy Home. I just wonder who thought, like, I don't know why they split everything up. Like, you get that one thing, and I know, I guess they're trying to go for money, and obviously some people spend it. But
well, again, like these other lines we talked about, the dolls themselves, they don't make much money off the dolls. It's all the accessories that they make on. So they probably spend a little extra money on the details of this little house, and let's do the furniture separate. We can make more money off of them. So
I mean, they kind of do the same thing now. There's Edie's got these little, they're really small, and she's got a doll house, and you can get furniture and stuff. But when we bought the house, it came with
certain things,
some like little pieces of furniture. It just wasn't empty completely. Now you can get more to it if you buy different families. You get of the little animals. I don't even know what they're called, but you could get more of them and everything. So I guess that makes sense. It's interesting that they would sell it with nothing. Yeah, not a few pieces of furniture or something, so that you could get it for like Christmas and then add on to it throughout the year or whatever. But like if somebody's going to buy this, I feel like they're immediately going to have to buy a couple of the house or the furniture sets so that you have something to put in it.
Yeah, you always have to buy some accessories to go with it if you're just going to buy I'm sure if you make it home with just the dollhouse itself with nothing in there, the little girl might be a little upset that there's nothing else to play with. So.
Right.
Did you say how much the house sold for originally?
I did not see any prices on that.
125.
No.
125. What year? 84, 85.
It was $125.
Yep.
Wow. That's a lot higher than what I expected. I was thinking $20-$30.
What year was that, John?
What year was that came out, Michael?
What year did that come out, Michael?
83.
83, I believe. Yeah, 83.
It's right there in front of me. If I'd read it.
Anybody care to take a stab, I guess, at how much that would be now?
300.
340.
Oh, well.
340.
When this was written, it says 300. And I'm guessing this was a while back that this was written.
Yeah, let's see.
But, yeah.
2015, it would be $300, John.
Yeah, so that's probably when this site was up.
So yeah, $340, man. I mean, for basically an empty playhouse.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Trying to see. I mean, it's a pretty good sized playhouse, though.
it is. I was looking at some pictures.
Is, yeah.
It's a
I mean,
pretty.
you're
good size
talking
little
about
playhouse.
these 5.5-inch stalls.
You got 3 stories on it, and you got, like I said, 5, and then you got to give it some room to stand in there. So you probably about 6-inch tall stories. So that's almost 20 inches tall, probably 20, 21 inches.
Here, we'll pull this up so I can show you guys. So this is the one I was looking at. Obviously, this one's got a lot of, showing off the different figures and everything. But this little girl looks very happy. And that's probably
she's got everything there, yeah.
Because she's got everything there. Because they're showing off everything that's in it. But this is not how you're going to get it whenever you go. So,
Mm-mm.
So
that little girl sitting there, she's sitting on her knees, sitting next to the things, sitting straight up, and it's just as tall as she is.
Yeah, so it's a pretty good size there.
Yeah.
With this ad, you can get a $10 rebate from Kenner.
Awesome.
So you're saving a little bit of money there.
Yeah,
it's not too bad. It looks like it's a good little play set. And I've seen a lot of things like this, like those toys that Evie has. I just don't know what they're called. They're like little animals. She's got hedgehogs. I don't know what they are. But it's kind of the same thing. I mean, I think that you come with a little bit extra, but it's a pretty good sized little house. You collect all the little things. I mean, this is obviously where a lot of things started. So, pretty good little line here.
Yeah, it's a good line.
We have any other thoughts on this one? Strawberry Shortcake?
No. I mean, that's pretty much the history of it. Really, they had that first series in 1979 with the straight hand dolls, and then re-released in 1980 as a second series, and that second series just carried all the way through 83. Mm-hmm. And then 84 came around, some of these other dolls with the sweeper, the sweet sleeper line, and then you had the party line, the party pleasers dolls lines. And then 85 was the last year with the Berrykin dolls. So, yeah.
All right. So lots of information on Strawberry Shortcake. Mm-hmm. The characters, I like how they've evolved some of the characters. Like we were talking about Sour Grapes and how she's changed over the years. They're not letting something die. They're trying to keep it going with the remakes. It's not just the same story and everything. It's kind of the same thing they did with My Little Pony.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. My Little Pony kind of did the same thing. They just kind of ran it, trying to update it and bring it towards newer times. Yeah,
and I think that's great. I mean, you take advantage of these things that we already have and some history on things. So, All right. So now we need to rank these, but we're gonna do things a little fun with this one.
Okay.
We're gonna go backwards. Because I have this strange feeling that some people believe that I just kind of throw my numbers out there after you guys throw your numbers out there, and I don't want that to happen. So I want to prove that I'm not. Like, there's thought to this for me. Like, I'm looking at the numbers, I'm looking at my list here, and Strawberry Shortcake is a solid 10 for me. I remember Strawberry Shortcake. I never really played with them. But I remember them. It's a cool line. I like it. It's, so it's going number 10 for me. So, John, where do you got?
We'll go 12.
Go number 12. So you're pushing Johnny Lightning down. Oof. I'm just kidding out there.
Well, I mean, it's right under Raggedy Ann and Andy.
Right under Raggedy Ann and Andy right there. Oh, pushing Inhumanoids down too. I didn't think about that one. Yeah. All right, Michael.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to kind of group this in that area too with Raggedy Ann and Glowworm. Right in there, I'm gonna have to say, let's let's put it at 11. Where Glowworm is right between Raggedy Ann and Andy and Glowworm, kind of right now.
Okay, so for all the people that think that from week to week for the last 48 weeks, I've been copying off of you guys. You guys are now copying off of me. So
I think we all have a similar idea of what these are.
There's only a few that I would say and that are big differences for us, and those are our big toy lines.
Let me see.
Like Johnny Lightning for Michael is one of his big toy lines.
Mm-hmm.
But Johnny Lightning for me and John are obviously like Johnny Lightning's almost out of my top 10. It's already out of John's, So I think that those big ones like that. Other than that, I think you're right. Like they're pretty. I mean, we're pretty even kill. We all grew up the same.
We still got Thundercats all across the board. Number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5. That'll
change next week.
I was gonna say that'll change next week because that'll at least be number 6 for Michael.
Yeah. So, what? Let me ask you you guys this. You both have girls, raised two girls, or one each of y'all have a girl. Did y'all have any? Did y'all have any Strawberry Shortcake stuff around the house? With Karen and Evie.
I don't have any.
No. Okay.
Unless there's a Strawberry Shortcake doll that she has up there. They've got so many stuffed animals. Unless she's got just a doll, just an old one, but I don't think so.
I remember our cousins having them, and same thing with the Care Bears. They were all kind of grouped there, and when we went and visited them, that's what we played with them because that's what they had at the time when we visited them. But that's really the only time I've really dealt with Strawberry Shortcake. With these kind of characters.
Right.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was thinking. Like I remember playing with them a little bit, but nothing like really substantial. I just kind of remember them being around, and obviously remember the commercials, seeing them on the toy aisles and stuff like that. So, there we go. All right. I'm trying to think what else we have to do. Let's see. That was our rankings. We don't have a game. We don't have a game to play. So I guess let's do our shout-outs.
One other thing, I know Rainey's got, I believe she's got a Strawberry Shortcake in there. She did tell me, we talked about a few weeks ago that I said, the glowworm. She has her glowworm that's in there on her retro shelf. She wanted to tell me that it wasn't the original one she had growing up. So everything else she kind of added that shelf, but yeah, she made sure I knew about that once she listened to the episode. But
gotcha.
Yeah, so.
All right. Well, let me run through our quick shout outs for our Nerdy Night. By the way, for the Nerdy Night, I don't know if you guys know, Sully he did a sale of some Nerdy Night hats. I don't know if you guys seen them. They've all been coming out. I requested number 13 for obvious reasons because that's my lucky number. And so I haven't gotten my hat yet. I should get it tomorrow, but I've been watching and I have not seen number 13 hit anybody's feeds. So by the time this drops, I'll have already shared it because we're a few days early. But I'm hoping number 13, I'm going to have that Nerdy Night hat soon. All right, so be sure you check out all of our friends in the Nerdy Night community, like Geek Together, the Average Nerd Podcast, the Dorksmen, who I know are recording tonight, 3 Beers and a Mic, the STS guys, Nerdy Curious, Nerd Portraits, Movie Retakes, the Totally Rad Movie Podcast, which we heard specifically last week in our G.I. Joe episode that it's not dead yet, Secondary Heroes, the Figure Booth, Second Opinion, and then again, check out Sully over on Twitch if you're looking for some monster amounts of positivity and everything. So we did have Scott on last week from the STS guys, and he told us the Totally Rad Movie Podcast, they're supposed to be dropping, what did he say it was?
It was the name of mine just slipped on that. It was the one where the bowling, where the guy goes bowling.
Oh, the Big Lebowski.
Yeah, Big Lebowski.
Yeah. So they're dropping the Big Lebowski.
I'm like, Yeah, I hadn't seen. I've seen parts of that movie, but I've never
You've
seen.
never seen The Big
so
Lebowski.
I've never seen the whole movie.
That movie's great.
So,
I need to
I'm
rewatch
like
it all.
Larry on some of those. I've never seen them. So
I need to rewatch The Big Lebowski, so this is giving me a good reason to do it. I think he said it was on Netflix. Did he say it was on Netflix?
I think so.
Or HBO? I don't remember, one of those two.
But he confirmed last night that they're doing that. It should be released sometime this week.
Maybe before this hits. So maybe it's already out by the time some people hear this. I don't know.
I think they usually put out on when they do that. It's on Wednesdays, I think.
Yeah, so it might be dropped the night before this. So, John, if anybody's looking on how they can find us, how would they go about doing that?
Check our website out, toyrewindpodcast.com. All the information's on there. But no, let me go through it again. You can email us at toyrewindpodcast@gmail.com. Look us up on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at Toy Rewind Pod. Our Facebook and YouTube is Toy Rewind Podcast. And then the podcast bingo, of course. Make sure you're playing that as you're listening to us to see if you got some. I know my phone went off once during this. I heard some vibrating on some other phones. Those are usually bingo cards. So it's podcastbingo.com/Toy Rewind. And then, yeah, look forward to another collector showcase in the future with the Geek Together channel. So
yeah, so that's probably going to be, we're probably going to say that's probably going to be mid-August. So be sure to check that out. And that'll be with Robbie. So excited about that. Hopefully he can keep his second. All right. I guess that's it. What?
And our 50th anniversary, our 50th show, not our anniversary.
Our 50th anniversary. We already that old, Michael?
Our 50th show, 1 year anniversary. That's what I mean. Our
50th episode, which is our 1 year.
50th
1 year
episode.
anniversary coming up next week.
Coming up next week, August 4th, 8 p.m. Central Time, Wednesday, August 4th at 6 p.m. Pacific. We're going to be doing live. We got giveaways. We're going to give away these record sheets or record covers that I've got. We've got a couple Funko stuff coming from me, and John's got some Funko stuff. I think Michael's got some Hot Wheels. So yeah, look forward to. I'm excited about that because I know we've talked about this. I know, and I've heard this from quite a few people. It takes a lot to get to episode 3 or 4 to continually doing episodes, and we've been doing this for a year. So and we've got. I don't see us slowing down really. We tweaked a few things. We've made things better. I think we're just starting to gel, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, what are you reading, John?
I was just looking at different things.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited about 50, and like we're doing the live. And, we don't do a lot of lives for recording episodes because obviously
I don't think we've done one yet.
Obviously, this is like we enjoy dropping as a podcast and not dropping as like a live or something like that. But I know we decided for episode 50, I thought it would be a lot of fun to have that live and do those giveaways live. I think that's probably the biggest part of it is the giveaways. So yeah. I'm excited about that. Also, it is almost the end of July, and it has not been 100 degrees yet in Texas, or at least not quite. Like
it's been right there on the verge.
It's been right there on the verge. It might actually have gone over, but as far as like officially reporting, it has not been 100 degrees.
My truck read 106 today. So.
Yeah, so it's weird.
Yesterday and today, it's supposed to feel like 100 or over 100, but it was like 96 or 95. Something like
it was a hell of a day to mow. I'll tell you that much. So
yeah, I got out early this morning and did mine. So
yeah, so
I come do mine. Oh wait, I got Jackson to do that.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, Adrian takes care of my backyard. I just won't let him touch my front yard.
And Jackson will mow, but he doesn't weed eat yet. So
I have to do all the weed eating, but Adrian leaves like lines sometimes, like parts that he missed, and I'm like, no, you can't do that in the front yard. The neighbors will see. So all right, well, for everybody, this has been episode 49. It's a good number. I like 49.
Almost to the half century mark.
Almost to the half century mark. So this has been episode 49. We talked about Strawberry Shortcake. Lots of history there. We look forward to seeing you guys in a couple weeks or a week and a half or so from when we recorded this. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And with that, from the Brothers Newland, play on.
You've been listening to the Toy Rewind Podcast. Follow and join in the conversations at toyrewindpodcast.com.